18K. So like Roy is
Said if I
convinced
was
this.
excited,
But
obviously
also
I'm
here.
excited.
You're here. You are excited. Okay. Okay. We've got some more 18Ks coming through. Kira says, okay, Roy, 18K. So we're officially live, which is great. So
Yeah.
we're gonna dive into that. And here's what I hope that we get from this is that like you walk away with a better perspective on how to number one, get more visibility, get more inquiries, and make more per customer. Okay. So all at the end of the day, you're increasing your revenue, right? That's kind of what we're after here. So
More money.
awesome. Cindy says 18K. Malia says 18K. Lavina says 18K. Danny says making money moves. Love it. And we hope that, again, by the end of our time together here, you've gotten a little bit more insight in how to also make lots more money. It's not all about the money, right? But look, you make more money and you can like afford to go to the spa and get pedicures, manicures like Roy. You know what I'm saying? So
I bought
just
Disney tickets. What are you talking about?
whatever your form of self-care is, we want you to have a life, right? Like there's too many photographers out there that are just like kind of just barely scraping by. And how prepared are you to serve your clients if you're just scraping by, right? Or even if you're doing really, really well, that doesn't mean you can't do way better than you currently are. And so that's what we're going to dive into. So Roy, my man, thank you so much for being here. Roy's a Tampa wedding photographer. I know you're shooting in Orlando and stuff like that, but what's really cool is you just moved to Tampa area, right?
Tampa, yep.
Like within the last few months. And so even, well, how long have you actually been moved to Tampa?
Well, so that's the irony. I don't even live in Tampa. I live in Orlando.
Okay, so you're living in Orlando.
Entirely. Yeah.
Okay. So, but how long ago did you move to Orlando?
Literally, I've been here full time for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Okay, maybe? 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Roy, I just got off a call with somebody where they're moving. They're actually going to be moving to Florida, and nice. They were real concerned because they're like, yeah, I don't know if I can rank in a place. Like, I'm kind of like trying to figure out how I'm gonna make the transition. And so there's a lot of photographers out there. And if you're watching right now and you're like, I'm one of them, and you're kind of like, can I rank in this other place? Can I rank before maybe I transition or move? Or maybe you're just wanting to future proof your business a little bit to where if you do up and move, you have the ability to quickly get reestablished. Yeah. You've already been making really good money in Florida, even though you literally just moved there 3 weeks ago. So I think you've made more than 18K total, even since you've been sort of trying to market there, right?
I mean, between the two businesses, yeah. Yeah. And then also, like, just to your point, like I rank #1 for where to elope in Las Vegas, actually. And I don't live nowhere near there.
Okay.
We just found that out like last night, I think.
Yes.
Me and my assistant.
Yep. Nice. Love it. So what's cool there is, you're in Florida, but you moved there just recently and you've already gotten your business established. I'm
actually making better bookings than the photographers that have been here for years.
That's
like they're all like, how are you doing this? So like it's kind of a good time.
Okay. So talk to me. What do you think has sort of set you up to where you can do this? Like, just kind of tell me the story, because you were living up in Indiana, you decided you were going to move to Florida. Like, what was that like? And what was that experience like for you?
Oh man, that whole process, actually, it's weird because it wasn't just like an immediate decision. I actually was going to move to Phoenix, Arizona originally, and then pick Tampa. So the website has actually been through multiple versions of like H1 tags. I ended up deciding on Florida. I think like for me, SEO has been like the door. Like it's like I like to imagine it like an old Western where you have like the saloon doors and like just like SEO just like kicks them open.
Gunslinging.
Yeah. So like that gets them in the door, and the website copy and all the things I've learned kind of through there, like that kind of moves them into the point where they actually want to talk and hang out with me. And then like that client like experience overall, like the booking process and the rest of it is what gets me to keep them like where they're at, and then I can look for more because I'm not competing on dollars. I'm competing on value.
Yes. Yeah. So when you say not competing on dollars, talk to me more about that. Like, where does that start? Like, what do you think most photographers are doing that gets them thinking and gets sort of even their visitors and their clients in the mode of thinking in dollars?
Oh, the literal best thing example for this is all the photographers that I met in the area have been like, everyone here charges around $3,000. Like they were trying to convince me to get into their essentially like accidental monopoly. But I'm like, yeah, we're not doing that. We're gonna keep. I actually raised my prices moving down here by focusing on like the things that matter most. Like when we're talking with clients, I am never bringing up like, oh well, photographer X down the street does this or does this other thing. Like we're straight up just talking about what matters to them, those moments I can bring back to them, and like really talking about like additional things that my brand does that stands out versus the other photographers. If we do talk about other photographers, it's towards the end and they're like, well, we got to go talk to other photographers because, you know, we're making a big decision. And then I literally go like, well, what are you looking for in the other photographers? And then that keeps them like, again, keeps them in the door because they don't actually have an answer for that. They don't know why they're looking at the photographers.
Absolutely. 100%. So I mean, you're ranking on Google, right? So like,
oh yeah,
that alone is now kind of sets you into a place where they're not looking for you on the Knot. They're not looking for you on Wedding Wire. They're not shopping you around just based on, okay, well, I see a bunch of photographers. They're seeing you as literally like, I think you're, if not one of the first few results, you're at least the first photographer. Your number 2 result, which is the first photographer for Tampa. So someone Google searches Tampa wedding photographer, and then bam,
they could Google search. I actually pulled this up just for this specific purpose. They could pull up small wedding venues Tampa. They could pull up Tampa wedding photographer, wedding photographer in Tampa, wedding photographer Tampa, wedding photographer Tampa, Florida, wedding photographer Tampa, Florida, like fully spelled out instead of the FL. I'm a position 4 for all of those.
Nice.
Position 2 for Tampa wedding photographer, 1 for small wedding venues Tampa, 10 for wedding venues Tampa, 10 for wedding venues St. Pete. And then actually,
so you're ranking
wedding
for
venues Tampa, I'm 9.
So you're ranking literally. If someone searches wedding venues Tampa, you're on the first page of Google for that. They find you a wedding photographer. Okay, so you're ranking for a bunch of keywords. This is one of the things we talk about inside of here. Okay, where it's like, okay, don't just rank for a single keyword. You want to rank for a bunch of keywords. That's beautiful. That you've got all these different possibilities, and you're working on ranking for Sarasota. You're working on ranking for Orlando.
Orlando's crazy because Orlando, like usually you start, you write a page or whatever, and you're stuck at like page 86. I published the Orlando wedding photographer page less than a week ago. It's already position 22.
Okay. So you're getting like these super quick results.
Very quick,
super.
Yeah.
This is because I mean, in the SEO world, right? Like 12 months is kind of like the magic number. You know, if you rank in 6 months, you're Speedy Gonzalez, right? And here what we started working together on your SEO when your SEO 5th, and website.
Actually, I literally just looked this up the other night to see where my rankings kind of went from like, here to like up here. It was August 5th, and then by November, I want to say 11th, I was already top 11.
Okay. Which is first page.
I went from position 86 to like 11 in like 3 months ish, and then top 10 or top 5. I want to say like within the last 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first page in 3-ish months.
Yeah.
And we're talking already multiple keywords, first page, and you're growing. And now, like even like Orlando, you said you're what? Page 2?
22.
Page 2?
Yeah, page 2. Yeah,
page 2.
Yeah.
And how long you created that page when?
That page did not exist. I want to say it was like literally 7 days ago. I think today might be the day I finally like went ahead and published it.
7 days and you're ranking on the second page of Google.
Yeah.
For that term.
Not low either. Yeah, for that term. Now, keep in mind, the ones that I just listed off too, like that's only a few of them. And if I went inside my Google Analytics, there's like 5 or 6 pages before we get to me getting away from the top 10.
Yep. So there's probably potentially there's maybe hundreds, if not thousands, of keywords you're actually ranking for.
Oh yeah.
These are just the ones you're actually tracking.
Yeah.
So that's what's contributing to like the 10 inquiries in 10 days.
Yeah.
Those were all Google inquiries.
Yesterday. That were from Google.
Where were they having their wedding?
Massachusetts.
Oh, they're having it in Massachusetts. Where'd that one come from?
Dude, I asked so many questions. I was like, I don't understand, because I wasn't even was not I couldn't I'm like not I'm not available on their dates. So I was like, where did you come, like, what's going on here? And apparently they had been in Tampa and just searched wedding photographer when they looked it up, and I happened to be the first person
Oh,
that came up. And then they
it
went through the site and
geocached
were
him.
so excited. Yeah, they were so excited that they like reached out immediately, even though I wasn't anywhere near their home page.
Okay. Yeah, this is a cool thing. So like, and this can happen. Like if someone is, let's say they're on vacation in Florida and they Google search for, they're planning their wedding. Okay. And so they
Yeah,
Google search wedding photographer. Well, guess what? Google knows they're in Florida. So what does Google do? Shows them
shows me.
you. Right. So like
Yeah,
that's cool to hear that. So that's really, really cool. So, we started working together, you said in August. Okay.
yep,
And Roy is a Dream Clients member. Okay, so
yep.
he joined my Dream Clients program. We got to work on his SEO and then his website conversion stuff. And August was the start date. And here we are, in what we say, it was like 3-ish months. And then now it's taking like for now that Google's kind of found your website and you've got the system set
Yeah,
up, you're seeing second page results in 7 days for Orlando. No doubt you're going to be
yeah.
first page for it here, maybe within 30 days. I would almost
God
imagine.
willing,
I think
that would
pretty
be
quick.
awesome.
So that's what's, and if y'all are liking hearing about Roy's story, I want you to understand that like some form of this can also be your story. If you're in a place like, man, I want to start getting more inquiries, I want to start booking more per couple, like that's why we're talking about this, because our stories help encourage other people, right? So
Yeah,
I want Roy's story to kind of encourage you, and I hope you understand that like you can probably accomplish a lot more than you understand that you can. And I say that because at one point when I first started, I got a mentor. My first mentor told me to keep my day job very nicely, right? And I didn't listen, right? And then grew a 6-figure business. And so I think that there's a lot of photography, and I talk to a lot of you guys, right? And I do these calls, and Teresa, who's one of our SEO specialists, Teresa does calls with you guys. And it's like a lot of people are kind of in this place where, yeah, I kind of feel stuck in my price point. I'm not getting enough visibility. And sometimes what it takes is you just need more inquiries, and then you need a system for booking those inquiries.
well, the
Right
best thing about
now,
the more inquiries is you get to just pick and choose. Like I can literally, I'm not going to take this one. I'll forward it to like 5 other like whatever photographers are in my list. I'm not
exactly.
worried about it.
Well, and here's what everybody that's watching now, here's what I'd like you to do for me. Go into the comments and tell me, how many inquiries are you getting per month right now? Just on average. It doesn't have to be exact, just ballpark. Go into the comments. Let me know how many inquiries you get on average per month. If you don't know exactly, that's okay. I'm not telling you have to go do the math. Just give me a ballparkish number. I'm just kind of curious. So go into the comments, do that. Hit that like button for me also. If you're watching now, it just helps everybody out. It helps you to get notified so you see these videos, because Facebook isn't going to show you everything. They kind of control that stuff, right? So we want you to see all of these videos and get the full picture so you can grow your business. But on the flip side, it's like it also does help other people see this content. And so it helps us out a lot when you do hit the like button. So go ahead and do that. But I am curious to see how many inquiries people are getting. So let me know in the comments. We see 5. Lavina says 5 per month. Kira's getting about 2. Let's see. We're seeing, I saw another 5 come through. Okay, Kira says, with the lack of my SEO implementation. Yep, you got to get on it, Kira. Got to get on it. So we're seeing some 5s. We're seeing some 2s here. So just imagine if all of a sudden you started getting double that. Or imagine if you started getting triple that. Or quadruple. Again, how many inquiries you can get total does depend on where you live, how many keywords you're ranking for, right? But just imagine if all of a sudden you started getting more, and how much better and more confident you would feel about approaching your inquiries. Roy, do you get worried about getting ghosted at this point?
I think at this point, if I'm getting ghosted, it's because I've actually forgotten to follow up with it. Like, they've like fell through the crack, and I just haven't responded back to one of their emails. But even if I do get ghosted, like a lot of times, honestly, it's probably for the best. There's just some clients where like I'm not a great fit for, and like that comes off in that first inquiry message, and then we're good. But I even
Yep.
like even now, like even clients I don't really like, I can't be their photographer for. I still respond to and tell them like, hey, I can't be your photographer. They still message me back. I think at this point my ghosting rate's like 7 or 8%.
You're about 7 or 8% ghost.
Yeah.
But you're seeing it now as probably a good thing.
Yeah, it's a like either they're not serious yet, or again, maybe just like they're just not in that planning process yet. Because a lot of times I'll get one that'll just come back like several months later, like you sent us the first email and I just didn't have time to respond back or whatever, and then we end up booking that anyway.
So I want, and everybody listening right now, you might be like, oh my gosh, like ghosting is painful, right? We hear this very commonly. If ghosting is painful for you, it's likely because you just don't have enough front end traction.
Yep.
If you've got pain in regards to being ghosted, the solution is not necessarily to worry about getting ghosted or to try to, just be better. And I think that's what we kind of try is we'll just be better on the how we handle the inquiry. And that can help, but maybe you just need to get 10 times the amount of traffic to your site.
Yeah. The more people, the more eyes you get in front of, the more your work's going to be seen.
Exactly. So now you don't really worry about it. You said though that you think it's a good thing because some of these people are maybe not completely ready, or maybe they're just not ideal and they haven't connected with you. So talk to me more a little bit about that, because on the flip side of it is you are connecting with the people that are really ideal and are really hot. So talk to me more about that and like what that has been like for you.
Yeah, I mean, I would say there's probably two categories for people that are ghosting. One is they thought I was an actual wedding venue. They just they like didn't read anything when they filled out the contact form, and just like, this guy is he is the Oxford Exchange. And that, like, I still do a venue consultation with them or whatever, but a lot of times they just kind of they disappear. And then there's also just a person that's totally not ready yet, or is off put by a video message or something like that. Like they could be, and that's a small, tiny percentage of that. And a lot of times, like, I respond to a lot of my clients with videos now. I've gotten kind of addicted to it. So like we talk through that most of the way through, because it's faster for me. It's easier for them. They can replay it. They don't have to like read everything out. It just feels more humanizing. And now I can go through and I can be like, all right, well, if we're missing, if this inquiry goes away, it's fine. I'm only trying to fill 24 spots in a year. I'm not super concerned or worried about it. And then I have other systems in place just in case anything does kind of, back down. Like, I still have planners who still refer me. I still have SEO leads that are coming in on a regular basis. 90% of the time, if they're coming through my website, they say they're from Google.
Nope, we might have froze. There we go. It froze for like a few seconds there. I don't know if it was me or you. So
I gave the best possible advice, and I refuse to repeat it.
Well, here's the thing. If my internet drops out, it's all on you. So y'all have to cheer Roy on. And here's something that's cool. Like, so not to distract about what we were just talking about, but you guys, like I mentioned, Roy, he joined and became a member of Dream Clients, which is my program where we help you rank on Google in 30 to 90 days and help you begin booking dream clients, right? And so the cool thing is Roy and I got to know each other. As I said, Roy, one of the things that we'd like to do with growing the program is we'd like to start providing information and support to help people make more per customer. And Roy's one of those guys, I think you said your highest paying client so far was 19K. Right?
19K.
Like a single client spent 19K. So, Roy's done some awesome stuff when it comes to allowing couples to spend more with him based on value. So what we actually did is I said, Roy, I want you to come and, share. Just come and be a specialist inside of the Dream Clients program. So Roy's actually started even doing some of the mentorship stuff inside of Dream Clients, so if you guys are watching this and you're like, oh my gosh, like, I would like to get results like Roy. I would like to be able to rank on Google and like start growing my business like this. And I'd like to, have help with my website so that it converts and elevate my brand and connect more with dream clients, know how to connect with dream clients. Like, if that's where you're at, the cool thing is like the proof is in the pudding. Like right now, you can go Google search Tampa wedding photographer. and you're literally going to see Roy there. There's a lot of educators out there. It's like, how do you prove if they've actually done the thing or not? Right. And it's like, you take them at their word. The cool thing with Google is it's like, no, literally, like just go Google search. We can't fake the Google search results. And so, again, Roy has come on the team as a specialist and is actually teaching how to make more per customer. And again, these methods have been used to book up to 19K clients. So, the thing to do, y'all, like, we like to come on here and we like to give free information, and we're going to keep chatting. We're going to keep talking about how you can even move to a brand new area. You don't have to move to a brand new area. Maybe you're going to stay in your area, but how you can begin to start leveraging Google to become this sort of perceived photographer, the expert photographer, who is then able to have plenty of inquiries so you can be choosy and then make more per customer, because you've got this perspective already baked into your brand that you're valuable enough for that, so that people are paying you. And look, Roy, we've talked about this. I bet your 19K client was a good client. Probably awesome. Wasn't super picky.
I probably go out to dinner with them whenever they're in town. Actually, that's funny. We're doing Disney together next month. Yeah, we're just gonna go hang out.
You're gonna go hang out with this client. So it's a lot of times I hear people like, I don't know if I want to book higher paying clients, because I feel like there's going to be more, stress or more expectation. But again, booking higher paying clients sometimes it can be a joy, and sometimes because there's so much built-in value, like they look for all the positive things. So again, all that to say, like, if you're like, man, I'd love to have results like Roy, well, guess what? You can literally work inside the very same Dream Clients program and learn these things and have hand-holding help to achieving these things. So if you're someone that's like, I'm kind of curious in that, Jeff, I can Google search. I see Roy on there. I definitely want to make more per customer. I definitely would like to rank on Google. What do I do? Well, number one, I don't just sell this to people. You must go through sort of a almost like an interview process. So you got to comment, reach out. Number one, you comment, reach out, or you can message me if you're one of those people. Well, we get some of these, and it's all right. If you're like, I hate commenting on live videos, that's okay. You can send me a message. Make sure we're friends, because I may not see it otherwise. I need to make sure that I see it, because it could go to message requests. But you need to send me, reach out. Okay, that you can do that, but you can comment, reach out on this video. If you want to make more per customer by ranking on Google, okay, and having a system for selling, comment, reach out. I'll follow up with you in Messenger, and I'm just going to get to know a little bit more about your business. From there, we'll see if you're a good fit for it, because I don't want to let you do something if I don't think you're a good fit for it, right? So we kind of have to verify that, and then we can actually chat more about what it would look like for your business, give you a specific game plan for your business, and talk about how we can help you to achieve that game plan so you can increase your revenue, right, and get more manicures and pedicures and go to Disney like Roy does. So
again, just the Disney part.
I thought you were the mani-pedi guy. Like, that was like your thing. No? Okay.
Maybe, but not many.
Why are your fingernails so nice then?
What are you talking about?
It's just genetic?
I don't know.
They're always so shiny. I just figured
this is the first time I've ever looked at my hands.
All right. If y'all hold those fingers up, hold them up. If Roy has nice fingers, y'all comment. What is it? It's manicure, right? For hands, pedicures for feet, right? So Roy's if this is a bad thing about us getting together. Okay, when we're on the same Zoom room together.
If you message him directly, just message him green shirt.
I don't always wear green shirts. This is not even okay. Is your shirt? What color is your shirt?
It's blue.
It looks green.
Well,
I think it's green.
That's not my problem.
Yeah, if you think Roy's shirt is green, just comment green for me. Okay, comment green, because I'm pretty sure that it is green. I could be colorblind, but I'm thinking it's green. So y'all comment what color you think Roy's shirt is. Okay. Let me know.
It's normally green, but it's definitely blue right now.
Okay. Well, maybe it could just be the camera. Camera's it's messing up some of the light rays.
You're blind. It's fine.
Yeah, that's probably also true. Well, To your credit, Kara says his shirt is definitely not green on my
Yeah,
screen.
because Kara's eyes work.
Listen, we can't all be just genetically amazing people, you know? Not all of us have perfect fingernails and can perfectly see colors. Okay?
Everyone is like, literally everyone in this group now.
Everyone's saying it's blue. Yeah, Michelle, so my wife's Michelle. Michelle always says that I'm colorblind. So
She right.
this may be proving the point. Okay. It may be proving the point. How did I get myself into this? Bob, by the way, I did say that you commented reach out. We'll definitely follow up with you. Okay. Again, for anybody that's just kind of like joined in the last few minutes, hey, what we're talking about is Roy. Okay. We're talking about Roy's results. What Roy's been doing. Roy has ranked on Google. Okay. And I don't know why it got so incredibly loud all of a sudden. Because you're in Florida and somebody's got a huge jacked up truck with a large muffler, I think is what it is.
Do you think there's just one?
No, there's multiple. But it was so quiet. Did you hit like a button? Did you change your settings?
No.
Okay, now okay, now this sounds good again. Okay, I have no idea what happened. But Roy has done 18K in 10 days with 10 inquiries. They got 10 inquiries in 10 days because he's ranking on Google, right? So I helped Roy with his SEO and website conversion stuff. He started ranking for a whole bunch of keywords, started getting tons of inquiries. And then Roy's got a really good system for actually converting people, okay, into where they can spend more because he understands perceived value, he understands a lot of these things to where he's even been able to book up to 19K packages. So again, that's what we're chatting about, okay? Some of the key takeaways here that I would say anyhow would be, number one, if you're trying to like dominate your marketing in 2022, 2023 and onward, like look, Roy, talk to us about what you've done. You've done what so far in terms of marketing? What stuff have you tried?
Oh man. Actually, if you Google any like educating group, I've probably been interviewed at least by one of them. I was like the Facebook ads guru, like not guru, but like the guy who was like the star student for a little bit. I've done Pinterest, which I still do Pinterest for backlinks, but it's like very, very low priority. I did Instagram for a little bit. I did ads on there. I do client networking. I do vendor networking. I still do those two things, and then the SEO. But everything else, I kind of like stopped doing. Like I don't mess with Facebook ads. I don't touch Pinterest more than like once a year.
And you were successful with Facebook ads though, right?
Yeah, I booked like $136,000 worth of weddings. I can't remember exactly what the time frame was, but it's decent either way.
So why have you opted more for? Well, let me ask this first. What's kind of like your big? If you had to say, hey, I could only have one method of marketing right now, what do you think it would be?
Ooh,
no, that's a tough one.
Yeah, because networking is fun. SEO is fun too to me, but yeah, it's probably SEO because I don't have to actually do anything for this after. Like I have to write I have to do the front end work, and then the back end over time just gets better and better.
Right.
There might be slight adjustments.
You still get to do the networking stuff. Like you can still do the other stuff, but you've got time to where your business is not relying on those methods. But even now, like I know I've asked you, I was like, do you want to do more Facebook ad stuff? And you're kind of like, not really, right? No. Like it worked for you and you made good money with it. But what about the Facebook ads? We're not trying to hate on Facebook ads. I think it's fine if that's what you want to do. And I think there's a time and a place, but what made you ultimately say, yeah, I'm not wanting to keep doing the Facebook ads as a big chunk of my marketing?
There's like a combination of things. So first, I think there was an iOS update or something like that, and that made my reach kind of go half down. And I was already spending $1,400 a month in Facebook ads. Like I was hitting it pretty heavy. I was getting whatever lead I was getting from there was like pretty much a guaranteed dream client, but it's just a lot of cash to be sending out. And I was like, there's got to be a way where I'm not, constantly checking, looking in the back of this, trying to fix, tiny little issues that are in the ads, changing copy or whatever on a constant basis. Whereas SEO, like if I'm changing something, it's because I have a fun idea and I'm just like, I wonder if my clients would like, if I could accidentally get in front of them this way, or I wonder if this would perform 1% better. And it's instead of like rewriting or recreating a whole ad and doing a split test and going back and forth, I just make the changes inside of the website and then just watch what happens. And so
Yes.
that for me is like, it's just so much less stress. And also I don't pay for anything, like
Mhm.
aside from the website fee.
Yep.
So I'm on
You're not
WordPress.
doing Google ads. You're not
Mhm.
paying for ads,
No,
right? Just straight ranking on Google. We get that. I mean, I get asked that pretty regularly. Like, well, do I have to do Google AdWords and stuff? I'm like, no,
I
you don't.
don't even understand how those work. So that might, it's not in the course. It's not,
Yeah,
um, there's no, I've never even heard you, I don't even know if you use Google Ads.
I don't. I don't. Well,
Yeah.
and so this is something we haven't talked about during
Yeah.
today's live. And by the way, guys, we're probably going to start wrapping up here in the next several minutes. So if you've got questions that you want to ask myself or Roy, or just have some general questions, go ahead and start putting those into the chat, into the comments, okay? Because we want to make sure we have plenty of time to actually respond to those. So again, put those into the comments below if you've got some questions, or again, if you're kind of like, hey, I think I want to chat with you a little bit more, Jeff, about getting results like Roy. Again, you comment, reach out. But again, we're going to be wrapping up, so I just want to give you all the kind of like the 5-minute warning. Yeah. Okay. Totally lost my train of thought. What was I asking you?
We were
I was
talking
asking,
about Google Ads,
yeah,
and I said,
ads,
I don't
Google
even
ads.
use it.
We don't. You've done a bunch of other SEO courses though, right? We've kind of talked about this the other day. It's like you've done these other SEO courses. Did you ever hear them talk about like, oh, you need to be doing Google ads? I've heard that, but I
It's
disagree with
possible. So here's the thing. I had other SEO courses to where like I went into them, and they have since updated the course. So I can't say for sure like if it's the exact same. I'm kind of like tempted to go through it again just to see what, you could always find like a little nugget or something. But yeah, I could not understand what the hell they were talking about until I took this course. Like it wasn't in plain English enough for me until it was in this course. And then there was one that I took that has so much good information everywhere else to where it was just too basic and it wasn't enough information. But I think like you're the one that specifically hit on like you could actually put in multiple locations and rank for multiple keywords and rank for those multiple keywords on the homepage. Like that was like the big thing that I caught off there. Like, oh wait a second, I don't have to just try and get one of them. And that was in our first conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's awesome to hear. Because I think what I hear you saying is you when we started working together and you went through Dream Clients and started picking up on what I call easy SEO, that was the lens that then allowed you to even see the value in some of these other courses that before that it was like kind of hard to really turn it into an actual transformation.
Yeah.
And and this is one of the things I do like about our approach is it's like, the easy SEO approach is you don't just need to rank for one location or one keyword, which I see all the time. It's like, hey, we can help you rank for 7 locations and maybe on each page 10 plus keywords or something like that, which and I always like to include the why. Why do we want to do that? Because like one keyword might get 500 visits a month.
Yeah.
But then another keyword might get 800 visits a month, and then another 300, another 200, another 50, another 900. And like you start stacking all those up, and pretty soon you've got potentially, 5,000 plus impressions for these handful of keywords versus you might have only had a few hundred for one keyword.
Yeah.
So that's the why, for everybody watching, it's like, oh, wait, why would I want to rank for multiple keywords? Because you can, and you'll get a lot more traffic. Awesome. Yeah, it's a lot more awesome, right? So this is how we go about getting multiple inquiries in a short amount of period, which again, I know we kind of have people that pop in and out. Roy got 10 inquiries in 10 days and made 18K off of it. How do you do that? He ranks on Google, okay, for multiple keywords, and he knows how to convert them, the inquiry to booking process. Okay, so that's what we're really talking about. So like if you're in a place where you're thinking about growing your business, you got to have the visibility. That's what Google provides for us, right? And it's like, it's not like Instagram. Like, are you, and maybe you can, but I was kind of curious for you. Are you blogging all the time?
No, if I'm doing, so there are certain key blogs that I use to try and get in front of, oh my God, Luke, sorry, the comment. Anyhow,
I missed it. I haven't looked in the comments. So.
It 100% worked. It totally threw me off.
Oh yeah, sugar daddy. Okay, Luke, come on, Luke. You're throwing
Roy off. He used to do that at weddings as my second.
Okay, sugar daddy Roy.
Anyhow, what did you ask me?
Come on, Luke. Look, this is how you get banned from groups. You distract people.
I don't care what you say. That's a badge of honor.
I know.
Because
Okay.
I forgot exactly where I was.
Do we still have upvoting? Do we have upvoting here where we can upvote that
I'll
comment?
like it.
Okay, give that a like. Yeah. Good job, Luke. You totally threw Roy off. I have no idea. Does anybody know what we were talking about? If you know what we were talking about, please go into the comments and help us before. So ADD, yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah, so we have no idea what we're talking about. I still see some comments about Roy's shirt being blue, so I'm still like stuck there personally.
We were talking about blogging. Oh, okay, blogging.
Blogging. That's
he
Luke
broke
with the
it
recovery.
And fixed it. That's what he's good for. So I do blog, but I blog for like very specific key terms. Like I'm not blogging every wedding. I'm not blogging engagement sessions on a regular basis. Like I might do a catch-all of one, but or like ones that's like certain locations that I haven't worked at yet. But I essentially like to just pick and choose those. I'm not constantly blogging. I might have an idea and try and create something, because you can find like little pockets of like keywords where people like aren't really, there's no competition, but there's a ton of search volume. And so I like to make blogs around those subjects, but it's totally by choice. I don't have to do any of that stuff.
Yep. Well, and because I almost guarantee you someone's watching and thinking, oh, if I'm going to rank on Google, I got to do a lot of blogging. You know, I have to blog.
I will say my venue blogs, because I will do like an individual venue blog, not like of an actual wedding inside of it, although I'll throw wedding images as I kind of work through them. Because again, I haven't really actually worked in most of these. I will like throw a blog up for those, and a lot of times I rank over the venue itself, and I get their client before he even walks into the venue. So imagine just like hacking a preferred vendor list where you're first anyway. They don't even have a say in it.
Yep. Yeah. And like they're like looking at your preferred vendor list now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, so
like I get comments every day on the top 10 blog. You should add our venue.
Oh yeah. Yep. That's a cool thing, because then now it's like you switch the power dynamics there a little bit, right? Because as photographers, we've got wedding planners and venues sort of up above us on the totem pole. And so when you start doing stuff like that, it's like if you've got the power to rank, you've got the power to switch those power dynamics a little bit to where now you're able to refer, which again, if you're referring, people want to refer to you. That's kind of I mean, you may still need to go to them and be like, hey, I would love to work with you more and that kind of stuff. But if you're able to show them like, yeah, I'm sending you referrals, they like that more than locally baked cookies. And they like it more than locally baked cookies. They like,
that depends on the planner.
Yeah, I was going to say, me personally, I would probably prefer the locally baked cookies, but not everybody's that way. So y'all, we're going to start wrapping up here in just a minute. Roy, I was going to say, because you've got just loads of good information again on sort of like the actual booking process. You kind of mentioned like doing the video stuff. Are there any maybe just like quick nuggets, like a couple quick nuggets to when it comes to actually making more per customer that you feel like we can throw out in like the next couple minutes here?
Sure. Customers who pay more aren't buying on your value alone. It really has almost nothing to do with your value itself. It's entirely the value they see in themselves. So you're never selling. If you want to make a lot of money selling like weddings or getting higher bookings or selling more, one, you need the demand. But the second thing is you don't sell based on like the value of your company as a whole, or you personally. You sell on the value they can see in themselves. So you have to kind of like ramp it into where they start to see that. They start to see like, oh, well, what would it mean if I didn't have this photograph? Or what would it mean if this moment was missed? Well, how much would I pay to have that knowledge where I could just be comfortable and safe knowing that moment's going to be captured? Like if you start selling on that intrinsic value where you can't technically put a number on it, the money's just going to like fly in. And the realistic thing is like if you create a value offer there's like so much value inside of it, people will pay whatever you put in front of them.
Yes. Yep. Y'all, and this is how, at least in my strong opinion, in my experience, this is how you get people paying upwards of 10,000 plus. Okay. Yeah. Or even like if you're at like 2,000 or 3,000 or 4,000, this is how you start inching up to 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yeah. So, if you this is kind of a tradition around here, but if you've gotten value out of this, you've enjoyed hearing about what we talk about, you've enjoyed Roy sharing some of this stuff. Yeah. Say green shirt in the comments now or value. If you want to stay out of the argument, say value and hit that like button one more time.
I'm
Y'all,
doing
we're
that
going to
to you
shut it
every
down.
time.
Yeah, you know what? You can go just stick to your manicures and pedicures and just stay
Disney
out
tickets,
of it.
sir. Disney
Stay out
tickets,
of
sir.
it. All right. All right. Keep in mind, again, y'all, if you like this stuff, if you'd like to start making thousands more per customer, and you would like to be ranking on Google and tapping into what I could almost guarantee you is probably thousands of dollars that you're missing out on if you're not ranking on Google, then the first step in that process, just for us to get to learn more about your business, is comment, reach out. Okay. Again, if we can work together, we've got the ways to rank on Google quick. We've got the ways to be making more per customer. So if that's you, or you just think that might be you, there's no obligation to buy. Again, you can't just buy into this mentorship. It is very much an interview process, because I want to know if we can help. I don't want to kind of be like, oh yeah, maybe. No, I want to go, no, we can help you. And if I can't, well, I'll go, hey, I can't help you. Maybe go look over here, right? If I can help, then I want to be there to help you and be on your side. And I'm pretty competitive, so I like helping you rank on Google and become a really cool photographer in your area. So again, all you do is comment, reach out. I'll follow up with you in a messenger. So you got to be friends with me, right? Or you won't see the message. So make sure you're friends with me, and then we'll go from there. So look, Roy, thank you, man. Thank you so much for joining me on today's Easy SEO Live. And thanks for everybody that stuck around despite the crazy technical issues. Okay. Y'all can send Zuckerberg.
I can't wait to watch that.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of like wondering how distraught my face looked, because I'm like, I'm supposed to be live right now. That's what I was doing inside.
Remember, he said he's going to make you a cool photographer.
Yeah. Not like me. That's what I specialize in, making people not like me.
You're
or like Roy.
an opposite teacher.
Yeah.
It's like, this because is what you shouldn't do.
Yeah, because I lead by the negative example. Let me show you not what to do. Okay. I'll show you what you shouldn't do. And then you just do the opposite. You do the opposite of that. Right? Yeah, total. It helps people. People learn by the negative example better than the positive. It's amazing. So,
I do. It's my favorite way to learn.
Yeah. That's why you did so well here. It's just my style, Came in, said, look, let me show you what not to do.
That's
okay. Everybody. Here's the thing. Everybody that just joined in right there, they were like they were wrapping up dinner and they just joined in. They were like, what am I watching? That's what they just said. So anyhow, you have to watch the replay, guys. And if you are watching the replay, which right now none of you all are, but if you're watching the replay after this thing posts, then comment replay. Love seeing who actually gets to watch the replay. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for being here. Hope you have a great rest of the evening. And we look forward to seeing you hopefully ranking on Google and booking dream clients. Until then, it's been Jeff. Of course, Roy. Roy, you need like a cool sign-off phrase or something. Manies for all.
Thanks.
All right. See you guys later. Have a good night. See you guys.